Alright, Mr. Yeager here, going over negative exponents, our favorite. So negative exponents have a special rule to them, and we're going to use a to represent that. So we're going to say a to the negative first power. Now, when I have something to the negative first power, I don't like negative powers. We like positive powers.
All staff, please post your attendance. Thank you.
So, to make this a positive power, I must take a and its power and move it to the bottom of a fraction, because this is all over 1. Or you could think of it as flipping the fraction. So I'm going to flip this. 1 comes on top, and now a comes to the bottom, and the power is now positive. Let's do the first example. X to the negative fifth. So to make this a positive power, I will make it into a fraction, bring x to the fifth down. Alright, now 3 does not have a negative power. 3 has a positive first power. 3 will remain on top. M, on the other hand, does have a negative power. To make it positive, move it to the bottom. Negative 7 does not have a negative power. Negative 7 is to the positive first power. Negative 7 will remain on top. A, on the other hand, does have a negative power. To make it positive, move it to the bottom. B does have a positive power, also remains on top. Number 4. I need to take care of my negative power. 3 has a positive power, so it's not moving down, but x to the 7th is. So I'm going to get 6, x to the 8th, times negative 3 over x to the 7th. Multiply the monomials. 3 times 6 is negative 18. X to the 8 over x to the 7. 8 minus 7 is 1. X to the first. So there's another route you could take here. I am multiplying these, so I can add the powers. 8 plus negative 7 is positive 1. Multiply the coefficients. Okay. Next, I have this entire thing being raised to the negative 2. To remove the negative 2 power,
all students who are not participating in an extracurricular
make it into a fraction,
activity at this time, please
move it to the bottom.
in front of the school to wait for your ride.
Now I'm squaring it. I must use the power rule. 3 squared is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. X to the 6th. Again, number 6. The whole thing is being raised to the negative 2, so to get it a positive power, I bring it all to the bottom. Now I can use the power rule. 25. 5 squared is 25. 2 times 2 is 4. Next one. Power rule. Before I distribute the power rule, I do want to get rid of the negative. So I'm going to bring it to the bottom. Negative 8. X to the 5th. Y to the negative 4th. All raised to the positive 2 power now. Now the power rule, I distribute it. Negative 8 squared is positive 64. 5 times 2 is to the 10. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. All over 1. We have another issue. A negative power. This time it's on bottom. Well, to make it a positive power, I need to move it to the other side. It needs to go to the dark side. So we're going to bring it to the top. So y to the 8th power The rest will remain on bottom, 64 x to the 10th. Okay, before I use these get rid of these negative exponents, I'm just going to use the product rule. I add the powers. Negative 5 plus 7 is positive 2. 8 plus negative 3 is positive 5. Negative 12 plus 7, negative 5. Now I need to make it a positive power, in which I will have to bring it to the bottom. A squared b to the 5th over c to the 5th. Okay. Number 9. Again, apply that to everything that's going on here. Or we can go about this a different route. We can distribute that negative power using the power rule. Negative 2 times 2, negative 4th. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Negative 3 times 5, negative 15. Negative 3 times 4, negative 12. Power rule says I add them. Negative 4 plus negative 15, x to the negative 19. Negative 15, or sorry, negative 6 plus negative 12, negative 18. To make these powers positive, I bring them to the bottom. X 19, y 18. Okay, hold off on number 10. Let's do number 11. This is a good example. This is h times h times h times h all over h times h times h times h times h times h. Okay, h over h cancels itself out. So I am left with 1 on top and h squared on bottom. 1 over h squared. But if I used the quotient rule, which says I take the top power, subtract the bottom power, 4 minus 6 is negative 2. Well, we wrote this out. We can see that I have 2 more h's on bottom than I do on top, being multiplied together. So that's h squared. I can't have a negative power. So now you can see, to move this to the bottom, I would actually get the same answer as I did when I wrote it out. So now we have the same issue. We have a negative power on top. I can't show a negative amount of k's on top. Well, to represent that, I need to move it to the bottom. So 1 over k to the 7th times k to the 2. If I'm multiplying monomials, I add the powers. 1 over k to the 9th. So last one I'm going to go over with you. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 4 minus negative 2 means I'm going to add it, w to the 6th.